So we're just ready to begin. Everyone all set? Everyone stepping in?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Fantastic. So let's start off with some introductions. We've got you all coming in from the city of Grimsith. It's a bit of a bustling city up to the north, the end of the river leading to Cyndrus. Very populated. It is a bustling trade city. You heard there's some work for a guild. However, since it is a very busy place, it's not taken too kindly to newcomers. Instead, we were recommended to come down to the smaller town of Abbybrook to start beginning some guild work, looking for experience to climb away through the ranks. You've taken a carriage down to the start of Abbybrook. Here we are today. We have Jinprax, Gale, and Reese. You met over in Grimsith very briefly. Just all happened to be looking to get an entry into the guild. And over the time, we've spent about 2 days journeying down south to Abbybrook. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves? Let's start with Jinprax.
Okay. Well, maybe not at this point, you all haven't heard of me, but I'm sure eventually this meeting will go down for you in the storybooks of the history of your life, the day that you met the up-and-comer Jimprax, the golden shining star. I am sure you are honored to make my acquaintance as well as I am for you.
Indeed, and I just kind of keep scribbling in my notes.
Ah, yes, of course. Wonderful. Record everything that I have to say, as it will be most important in the history books of the story of my name.
I keep scribbling.
And what is it that I may refer to you as when I add this to the tale of my legacy, of when I first traveled down to meet all of the new people, to expand my horizons and my brand?
You may call me Gale.
Gale. It is lovely to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
So Reese tries to force a face of tact on his face and try and keep it on there, as he as he just says, "It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Reese."
Pleasure to meet you too. I extend my hand and shake it.
I
take it.
extend my hand out like this in order for like it to be like taken and like not like a handshake but almost like kissed.
I raise my eyebrow at you and I say, "That's not happening."
No, I just ignore it and keep scribbling.
I kind of leave it out like hanging out there like for maybe a little bit too awkwardly and kind of just like go like I'm brushing back a horn or something, like playing it cool.
The purple god.
Good start.
All right, so y'all are in the carriage, conversing among yourselves, heading down to the town of Abbybrook. We do have the dwarven companion taking it down, the carriage driver, Guthric. He's coming down to about a pass roughly around here. He's here. And you start to see something a little strange. The road gets a little rocky. There is a bit of a disturbance on the road. You see a carriage with no horse lands to the left-hand side. You see a broken carriage down to the right. You want to keep investigating?
Yeah, definitely. What on earth has happened here? I was under the impression that this was a rather small, peaceful sort of area, that we wouldn't be running into much riffraff on the way. Why is the I was aware that our travel situation might not be the most glamorous, but this is not quite what I was expecting.
maybe we should stop to investigate.
So
Yes,
Dale,
and-
like, just a question: would I have a motivation to investigate? And then, like, and I don't mean this in any kind of wrong way or whatever, but like,
Mm.
is there a reason why I should stick with this group, or were we just all in the same taxi kind of thing?
I mean, all in the same taxi. Y'all were
Okay,
looking for
just
work.
checking.
Mhm.
Looking for work. Okay.
Yep.
What kind of work do we all do the same kind of work?
Yeah, I mean, looking for some adventures, something
Oh, okay.
to start earning, just something to live on.
Dimprax especially emphasizes that this is the beginning of the story of his name. And so it's his opportunity to like get people to know him.
Let me check my stats because I think I actually have a high perception, so I may actually be able to pick up on some stuff here.
Yeah, fantastic.
First roll of the game.
Yeah, there's a. Hold on. Oh no, that's a negative actually. Okay, never mind.
Oh no.
There's an insight though, but I don't know if that's gonna. Well, just to say for now, I just take a good, quick, swift 10-second judge and see if there's anything that stands out. Just observing it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, actually roll.
Mhm.
Wow.
Dale, we
okay.
can see what's going on your screen.
I'm sure. This isn't really impactful though. So
I don't have
worry about
this
it.
one open. I have the main. Should I have the main screen open?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna need a quick tutorial on how to roll. I've never done that.
Sure.
So, if you look on the tab, there should be the chat, journal, and you should info or compendium rather. And if you
Mhm.
click on journal, your name, your character sheet should pop up.
Mhm.
When that pops up, you should see like a bunch of lists of skills. It's nearby the numbers, strength, dex, and stuff. And one of them should be perception. And if you click on it, it'll auto roll for you and apply your
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah.
Perception. Okay.
Oh, you have could you real quick do me a favor? I'm sorry, I'm totally steamrolling here. Dale, do you care that it's auto rolling advantage?
No. That's fine.
Oh, okay. I normally turn it off, but
So I clicked it. Did something happen?
yes. So if
Indeed.
you now click on chat, you should see that it says Kevin and then perception and 2 numbers.
Oh, I see. Yes.
What are
So-
the two numbers?
The left one's 20. The right one's 14. Do I just say
Mhm.
2014?
So the way that rolling works, we've got you've made a perception roll. You've rolled a d20, added your corresponding modifiers. If you hover over the numbers, you can see what they are and what on your sheet is applied to it. So for you, for the perception, you've got the 1d20 plus 3
Oh, I
coming from
see.
your wisdom.
Right on.
There
yeah.
are certain modifiers to rolls. If you're particularly advantageous at something, if you've got the upper hand, you can roll with advantage, which means that you roll twice. If you are struggling with something or at the disadvantage, you have disadvantage, which means that you roll 2 rolls, and advantage, disadvantage are the opposite. With advantage, you take the higher of the 2 rolls. With disadvantage, you take the lower of the 2 rolls.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to go with the first one here. And you've got
Dirty
your
20.
20. Yeah, dirty
What
20.
sided die was that?
A D20.
Yep, 1d20.
Is it the higher number, the better?
Yes.
So that was a really good roll then.
That was a fantastic
Yeah, it
roll.
was.
Okay.
So you actually rolled a 17, but with your modifiers,
Yeah,
it
I
came
saw
out
that.
20.
Yep.
Yeah, right on.
So you do see quite a bit. So we've got the broken tree down in front of you. Looks like it was just recently cut down. And the cart over to the right has little semblances of blood coming off of it.
So you say recently cut down. Are there signs of it having been cut? Like
Yes.
Smooth, flat.
Towards the right-hand side over here, you see that there are just like chip marks from an axe.
Okay. It's with an axe, not a saw.
So,
What else did we see? Sorry, before we.
I'll get right to that. Shry, did you have a question?
oh no, I was gonna in character, but
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. It looks like this is man-made. Is somebody trying to prevent passage into the city?
Interesting. I want to cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
Not a terrible theory. I say that out loud.
Why, thank you. Any theory coming from me is of most highest quality.
I'm sure. He says, while not taking his eyes off the wagon.
All right, so you go ahead and cast Detect Magic. You don't detect anything.
Interesting. Nothing magical in the area.
Did the tree block the wagon's path, or did it crash on it? Did it appear?
So
one way or
it
the
just
other?
looks like it's in the way. There's nothing crushed
Okay.
underneath the tree.
And then the wagon itself, what's its condition?
Which wagon?
Sorry, there's two.
Mm-hmm. You got the broken down
Uh,
wagon to the right. You've got the
Oh, I see right
normal,
here on the map.
standard-looking wagon to the left.
Do both the wagons look like they require an animal to move it?
You can tell the right one is in disarray. It's all broken down. There's no way it could possibly move. The wheels are broken. The left one does look like it needs an animal to pull it forward.
Can you tell me if it's rained recently?
It has not.
It has not. Okay.
Grass is a little bit dry.
Can we make a perception check to sort of indicate how long it's been like that?
Sure.
One moment.
Is that perception or investigation?
Or investigation, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, look
Oh.
at you go.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're gonna learn all kinds of things now.
Being one with nature and the earth, you know that is. This grass is very dry. Has not rained here in, we'll say, 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh my god, that's okay.
It's been like this for 3 weeks. It's been quite some time.
It's
That
been
is-
like that for 3 weeks, or it just hasn't rained in 3 weeks?
The cart, as you can see, it's been like this. It's been like this for a while, and it's been here with the rain. I can tell because of the way the greenery is.
Okay, so Kevin, Reese investigates for track marks leading somewhere on both of them, and I also want to see if they're coming from the same place.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. Let me go give it an investigation.
Investigation roll, okay.
Or if survival, if you've got a higher survival, I'll take that as well. Something for tracks.
Okay. So if I go to journal, character sheet, let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely better survival, so I'll go with that. And here we go.
Got 15. You see a few tracks around the wagon on the left here. You can tell that they're smaller in size. Can't quite make out what they are though. There are a few tracks all around the wagon. You can tell it's been looted. Some pieces of the wood have been broken off. Can't tell exactly what it's been used for though.
Well, if you say that it has been 3 weeks that these two carts have been stopped here, it's probably most likely that the compatriots have been assisted by the town and brought back in, right? Maybe it would make sense to ask them there rather than sit around here in the heat wondering about it, waiting for people to come back that might have already found shelter.
But why would the wagons just be abandoned?
I have not considered this.
Killed or kidnapped?
That's what I was thinking too.
That is a most horrible thing to imply, but a very good start to our adventure if we were to be able to rescue these fine people. Yes, indeed.
Assuming they're still alive, but yes, maybe we should follow any sort of leads that we might have.
Certainly. Lead the way.
Lead
Sorry,
the
did
way.
you say anything about the tracks? Or did you just kind of mutter to yourself, Reese? Because I'm kind of waiting for a lead here.
Ah, okay. I'd just say, why don't we just take in whatever we can now and just go into the town and see what happens.
Okay. Is the
Is there a marking or an insignia or an indicator of a company on any of the wagons or barrels or anything
There is not
identifying who it was?
nothing that looks like it belonged to some big company.
are we
Okay,
allowed
so-
to proceed, or is the log kind of blocking our way?
We can't take the cart over the log, cart that you're currently riding through. But you can
So we
definitely
would have to
climb over it.
continue on foot?
We could try moving the log out of the way.
Phew. How far away is this place? Or like, is there a reason we need the wagon? Like, do we have a lot of gear or something, or is it?
It's just
It's a
the convenience.
non-zero amount of traveling that we have to do. It would be convenient to be able to take the cart.
Also, we very well could be in danger if we continue traveling by cart as well. Or we could be ambushed if we continue on foot. So maybe we should try moving the log with help from our driver, perhaps.
Hmm,
And Guthrie kind of just pops up from behind you. I was paid to drive, not paid to move.
fair enough.
Well, yes, but you were paid to move us to the city, and this is blocking the way of that. I think that assisting us here would be considered part of your job, no?
Dale, can I do a swift guess of how many people it would take to move this log at all? With just
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah, you know from your past experience, take about 4 people. With you could get by with 3. Someone tries to double their weight.
So
Okay.
please, sir, I think this is, I would say, part of your job. Would you be so kind as to assist us with moving this?
Guthrie looks at you, kind of furrows his
I
brow.
look at sorry, what was your name again in game?
Me, Jinprax.
Is it one more time?
Jinprax.
Jinprax. So Reese looks at Jinprax and says, in the interest of keeping positive relations with the locals, why don't we just try this ourselves? 4 people should be enough.
We only have 3.
3.
Oh, wait, only 3?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
us
that's
3.
right, there's
He
only
doesn't.
3.
He doesn't want to help, despite me kind of being like, "Bruh, please."
Does anybody how are we doing gold wise or whatever the currency is?
I think I only have something like 15, but let me double check.
Loaded.
Oh. Okay, so you're of like royal background or something, I guess.
My family is rather well known, but I am making my way to be my own person and not from them.
So
All
Reese
right.
attempts to appeal to his ego by coming up to him and saying, you know, your reputation is important, as I'm sure you understand. Say, one of the most effective reputations to have is one of kindness and generosity. Would you be willing to give him a bit of extra coin to take a couple minutes and help us move this?
Jinprax sighs and he says, I suppose I did not want to begin my story with bribery. I was hoping that out of the kindness of his heart, I say a little bit loudly, that he would be so willing to perform what I believe is the base of his job requirements. But if that is the case, and he goes through his coin purse, I don't know what would be the proper amount of money in this situation. Would
Okay. Just say some people don't have a grasp of kindness as well as we do. But we can teach him it now by giving him a hefty amount.
Yes, that is a brilliant idea, of course.
And as the
Spreading
two of you are talking this over, I'm just going to start walking over to the log.
Okay.
I having no semblance of how much money is worth, being like a spoiled rich kid, I go over. What is the name of the driver?
Guthric.
Or one more time?
Guthric.
Guthric. And I pull out a gold piece, having no idea the value of money, and being like, if I were to offer you this, would this be enough compensation for assisting us in this matter of labor?
Can you roll me a persuasion?
Yes. God damn it. I have +6.
What happened?
I rolled real bad.
Oh wow.
Guthric just stares right at you, Jinbrax. Takes a couple seconds, mulls it over in his head. Holds up his hand. 2. If you make it 2, I'll consider it.
Isn't 2 gold like enough money to like support like a small family for a small period of time? Jiprax does not know this. He mulls it over to himself. He says, well, that seems fair enough, and gives him 2 gold pieces.
All right, yeah. Guthric's
Intelligence of 6.
A small fortune for the driver.
Guthric pockets it, gets down off the carriage,
Dumb.
and he's ready to go move up.
So
Alright.
Reese moves to the other heaviest part of the tree.
Okay.
Jimprax, instead of moving himself, you see he kind of takes out his lute, or his dulcimer rather, and plays like a little like kind of charming like a jingle, and suddenly in front of the log appears kind of like an ethereal servant looking man,
An unseen servant.
an unseen servant, and is gonna use the unseen servant to do this heavy lifting instead of doing it himself.
Oh my god.
Love it.
What
Love
kind of strength would an unseen servant have?
Very bad. Here's the spell.
But probably not much less than yourself, eh?
I have pretty good
Fantastic.
strength because I'm a
Oh, really?
dragonborn. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Guess you haven't lifted a finger, but you
Oh my
got
god, it
strength
has
anyway.
2 strength.
Strength of 2. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay.
Should be interesting.
So you all move up.
Wait, no, I'm not helping.
Oh, sorry, you're staying back. Okay, right.
Stay
Right.
back there. I'm
You've got
letting
your
my
unseen
Is
servant.
the shield the unseen servant, or is that her driver?
No, that is Reese.
Reese, okay. So I guess we gotta roll a strength check.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a strength check.
Should I also roll a strength check for my unseen servant?
Yes, with the
How-
negative modifiers for it.
What?
Is that
Is
minus
it back? Is
-4?
-4? Yes. I'll just do mine and then subtract 5.
Sure.
God, I can't roll for shit. That's a 7 for the unseen servant.
Oh boy. So do we roll as well, or what? Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
Is-
that's an
Yep.
8
Yeah, I think
for me.
everybody rolls except for Jimprax, who is not helping.
What do we click for that?
So if you go to your character sheet, you should see strength towards the left-hand side. You can just click on strength.
Okay. Oh, that was a bad roll too, wasn't it?
You know what? Because everyone's helping together, shall I roll again? Because y'all will have advantage. I keep forgetting that you have
Oh,
it
there's
turned off.
advantage.
Yeah,
I have it turned off. I can roll again.
sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, that
how
one's
do-
a little better. That's
Okay.
a
There we go.
13.
Now, how do I tell if I have roll advantage?
So, that's a setting. But,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
You have
the
it
way that
set
it
up
breaks
differently
down,
than me.
currently you are rolling with advantage. So it just means they're rolling twice. The
Okay.
way it is right now, it's fine.
so do I roll again or no?
Nope, you
Nope,
are good.
you're all good.
Okay. So
I'm getting the impression we got it.
you don't move it very far. You move the little corner to the right up a little bit, right over here, so you can walk past it, but it's not enough to get the cart through.
Maybe we
Could
should
I
try again.
have a perception from y'all?
Fair.
Does it matter, like, if we choose a strategy to move the log, or are we just rolling and then the roll determines our effectiveness?
If you have a strategy, let me know. That could definitely affect how things will unfold.
I would suggest me and Gale, or whoever the two strongest people are, lift the heaviest end, and then the other person that's left just kind of pushes the other side of the thing to in an arc to get it out of the way.
Sure. Are you looking to have it like lined up straight down the middle?
Okay, I rolled an 18 on the perception check.
So did I.
Oh, so I roll a perception now?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. There it is. Oh.
Oh no.
All right. Reese is so focused on the task of getting the tree moved.
Nice.
That's the only thing that he can possibly think about. However, Gale and Jimprax, you do feel like you are being observed.
Where do we get a sense of the direction, or
Both sides above you. So up the cliffs or the hills on both sides of you.
I have the strangest feeling that somebody is witness to this, and maybe I'm being a bit prudent in my decision to not get my hands dirty. Here, let me see if I can't assist. And Jimprax is going to help push the log, now worried about dangers surrounding him.
a little frustrated, Gale is going to investigate subtly, trying not to pay attention and give away our cover, or I mean, like, give away that we're aware that we're being watched, to see if I can figure out where exactly it's from. I'm gonna roll investigation if that's okay.
Sure.
So I think the least strongest people, like, for them just
That was a bad roll.
Oh no!
Well, you do find evidence of where the tree was cut from, where it fell down. You determine that the tree fell.
And I guess I don't figure out where we're being watched from, but like I kind of go back to looking at the tree.
Sure.
Yes, well, let's give it another go at this.
And I'm sure
I
you'll
turned it-
regale us with stories of how you single-handedly moved the tree as I start trying to pick it up again.
in an attempt to establish a positive rapport with what seems to be his new allies, he turns to Gale and says, any thoughts on how to do this one last time before we should maybe just get out of here?
I think we should try your strategy.
Yes,
Okay.
quite. Just tell me where to go and I will push.
So the lighter strength people should lift the lighter end of the tree and walk it in a we're gonna lift both ends, and then they're gonna walk the lighter end in an arc as the two stronger people lift the other end, just to kind of get it so it'll turn easier. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
That's my roll.
Are we rolling with advantage on this one or
You
just
are
normal?
indeed.
All right. Ha! Strong boy.
And this is Jinprax, actually.
That's Jinprax got the 21, and
Right on.
then the unseen servant got an 11.
Oh, and sorry, what are we rolling now? Strength again?
Strength
Yes.
again. Yep.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wow.
What's wrong with threes?
Look at that.
Jinprax is gonna tell the story of how he lifted this goddamn log all by himself, because apparently he did.
Risa, from overstress and focus, seems to have pulled his back. I don't know what happened there.
At least you didn't botch.
Oh, love it. So, where all right, so we've got Reese off to the left, and we've got Jinprax and Gale off to the right. Jinprax is able to push it all the way up to the middle. For whatever reason, Reese feels like he's pushing it, but his hands don't quite make contact with it. Every time he tries to place his hands down, the tree just kind of moves. And Guthric, just off to the background, he's kicking it, he's pushing it, he's helping to his extent. But behold, you do get the tree all the way moved to the middle. I can't rotate it, unfortunately. But there is passage to continue onwards.
I turn to Gil and say, "Did you see that? This is some sort of a trick."
Well, it's not magical. I still have detect magic up. Are there any is this log trapped in any way? I guess I want to roll an investigation check.
I don't need a roll. It's not trapped. It just fell.
So sorry, what do you mean by the hands go through?
Yeah, like when I tried
elaborate
to
that more?
push it, like what happened?
So as Jinprax was pushing it, right, moving, Reese from the other side keeps trying to reach for it, but the tree's moving too fast for him to actually place his hands down on the bark.
Oh, because I'm too beefy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought there was something magical going on.
Oh yeah,
but
me
no,
too.
she's-
Okay, never
You
mind.
guys thought
my
something was
apologies.
going magical simply because Jinprax was not being a useless himbo and instead was just
And-
being super strong.
And because I rolled such a weak strength, I probably wasn't
Yeah.
prepared for that, I guess. Okay.
And I only have about average strength for humans, so that's the best my roll is going to be.
Yeah. I have pretty low strength for a dragonborn, but for a normal, yeah, I'm pretty strong.
All right.
So
Maybe
good
we
work.
should continue on.
Yes,
Yeah,
good work, everybody.
definitely.
That was a valiant effort. Now let us continue on our way. It is quite hot and I am quite tired.
So knowing that the driver got more than what he could possibly deserve, I turn to him and say, "I want you to get us there quickly and safely."
Looks at you, kind of in disbelief. I was paid to do my job, wasn't I?
Yes, and what a wonderful job you have.
And then I
Done.
said, "Then do it."
Gale
imagine you
silently
interact,
boards car without delay.
Yeah, at the then do it, Jinprax kind of shuts up for once in his life and gets on as well. Whee!
All right. Yeah, he boards up, waits for you to get on, starts making his way through. Can I get one last perception check?
Of course. Oh no. I'm too busy thinking about how I'm gonna write the tale of moving the log.
The tale of moving the log.
What a
Chapter
lovely
1.
A log's tale.
story.
Moving a log quite nicely. Moving right along.
Aha! Moving right along. Yes, that is what I will call this. Should probably be a shorter story since it wasn't particularly a long event, but it is the first chapter and the first thing that we have accomplished together. Yes, this will be short, succinct, to the point, but full of life and energy, just as this mission was. Yes, I will get working immediately and not pay attention to any of my other surroundings.
Reese kind of
Muttered to myself in Druidic.
Reese kind of fourth wall wonders if earplugs exist in this world.
Are you guys both human?
Yes.
It's quite the squad. 2 humans and this like absolutely outrageous, obnoxious dragonborn.
Is this what they're all like? All right. Yeah, Guthric starts making his way through. And you eventually end up, if I can bring you all back, to
Village.
Oh, actually,
Yay!
I'm a half elf, guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There we go. Y'all end up down at the stables. You know that to the west, you saw what looks to be a church. Here at the stables, you've got the place to rest your horses. Rather, have the carriage driver tend to his horse before he gets on back to Grimsith. And you've got your inn right outside the town.
Reese,
Yeah,
if you
nice.
don't mind, may I have a word with you quickly? I heard you say to the driver that he was paid very well. I have not left my home very frequently. Did I misjudge the amount of money in which I should have paid him for that position?
I actually didn't say that. I was saying to Dale, I was like, knowing full well that he was paid.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I made sure not to say that out loud. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then ignore all that, never mind. Jim Prax has a smile on his face thinking that he did the right thing.
Yeah. So I'm kind of getting the vibe that like Reese wants to be a bit of a loner at this time in his life, but he's debating it. At what time is it, Dale?
It is about midday now.
Midday. I'd like to just get established and have my stuff safely stored in an inn and just kind of set up my camp. So I'm just gonna turn to them and say, well, I'm going to find myself some accommodations. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
I'll find myself to the guild hall. Be well.
Jim Prax looks about nervously as the two of them seem to be going on their separate ways and is like, well, I've never been to this city before. Would one of you gentlemen, or both of you, be so kind as to show me where you are planning on setting up so I can set up shop as well?
Honestly, this town is new to me too. I was just going to go explore and figure that out.
Right. Well, exploring with 2 is much more effective than exploring with 1. Let me accompany you.
Sure, if you'd want to grace us with your presence.
Absolutely playing to Jim Prax's sense of self, he bows and says, I would be most delighted to humble you with my presence, as you say.
I mutter to myself in Druidic and say, oh god, what did I get myself into?
Reese kind of, without outright saying it, kind of establishes his decision to have some alone time and says, how about I meet you all for a drink at the inn when we find it later today?
Oh, yes, that sounds lovely.
Okay. And I give a little nod with the head and then just start looking for the inn.
It is right in front of you, right outside
Oh.
the gates
There we go.
to town.
We have this big discussion. All right, team.
Reese
Listen up.
Is this
kind of
the
does
end that I'm standing on right now?
Reese kind of does a startled like this, and then gestures with his hand at the inn without saying anything, and then walks in.
Well, I
Right.
guess we are
So-
not splitting up after all.
Let's go inside.
Indeed.
All right.
Fantastic.
That's funny. This big like dramatic goodbye, and he just turns around. He's like, "Oh, there it is."
I guess we're all sticking together.
Crazy how things work out.
And this is a little different than like our introductory scenario that I had with you, Dale.
Very. All right, we should be here now.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
So you come into the inn. It's bustling. You got 4 patrons all at the bar. You have a stout dwarf behind the bar, serving up drinks. There isn't really a whole lot of talking, though. People are rather solemn. It's mysteriously quiet.
I turn to Gale, who seems to be of the most like down to earth type that Reese is drawn to, and says, "I wonder if something occurred that drew them all in here in a sense of safety."
Well, I have been away from society for quite some time, but typically, yes, whenever any sort of settlement gets built up, there's always one thing that draws people to it, be it a church, an abbey, something that would be prudent for some sort of line of work. I personally wouldn't mind learning the history of this place.
I turn to him and say, "And I wouldn't mind hearing more of your history about being away for so long, if it suits you in a healthy way over a beer." And then I wait for your
Certainly.
reaction to that.
I suppose I'll pause for a moment and say, I went into the woods to seek enlightenment, but having some success and having a need for a brief return to society for supplies, I thought I would just become more worldly in other ways, be it through adventure or reintegrating with society, I suppose.
I give him I sort of look at the floor and nod and say, "I think I understand at least some of what you're going through." And then I look to the bartender and say, "Let me see if there's 3
Sure,
rooms available while we still have
I'll
the chance."
guess I'll sort of sit at the bar and wait.
While you guys are doing that, despite Jimprax being so like hovery when we first walk in here, now that he's in an environment where there are people, he starts to kind of like mingle around. His first intention is to try to see like, oh, what when we came in here, there was a block in the road and an abandoned cart. Is anybody missing their cart outside of the city? Because we were able to relocate it for you. Kind of hoping that the tales that Gale and Reese said of maybe somebody was kidnapped are not true, because that would be very sad.
Reese gestures to Jimprax with his eyes to Gale and says, "It looks like he's occupied for a while. That may give us a chance to get to know each other a bit more."
If he does return to us, maybe we can convince him to entertain and we can discuss things further.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll be, I guess, over here. I don't know if there are people over here, but
Here
he's
now.
trying to.
So all the people
He's-
are over at the bar.
Okay, just gonna.
There are four folks sitting down. Reese, I'm sorry, what were you doing? You were looking
I
for
think
rooms?
it was getting reception or like the innkeeper to get rooms.
Okay. Yep. So The innkeeper explains, yes, we have a few rooms available. We are currently, well, empty right now. Business has been rather poor as of late. For 3 rooms, that'll be 2 gold.
I guess I'll pay 1 gold to sort of cover it. Or cover mine, at least.
She takes
Let me
it.
just deduct that.
I'm sorry?
I'm just going to deduct that from my gold.
Sure. So, yeah, she takes it, gives you 3 keys, lays them all down on the table in front of Reese, and explains where they are upstairs.
I will grab one of them.
And Jinprax, you're trying to converse with the patrons.
Yes, to see, I kind of am going around. Has anybody lost their cart outside of the city? Me and my fine compatriots were able to locate it for you, and it, people walking by might get rather confused that it's just sort of sitting out there, and I'm sure you have belongings in it that you wish to be returned to you.
Older, gruff-looking man in the far corner here eyes you up, stays quiet for a little bit of time. We did have
Sorry,
a cart.
what did the-
Eyes who up?
Eyes Jimbrex.
Okay.
We have
Does Reese notice that?
Yeah, and out of game, would Dragonborn just not be local, and would it be extremely foreign to most people? Or
It is absolutely not local.
Yeah, this Dragonborn just coming in like do.
Are there
Hi.
are there physical characteristics that would be striking?
I am bright bronze. Like I'm very like shiny and particularly I have a charisma score of 19, so I am beautiful.
Oh, a charisma
I'm a-
score. So not just beauty, but effectiveness to swoon people.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
could
am.
come in handy.
Yes.
or maybe even intimidate in the right contexts.
Yeah. I was trying to see. I was hoping my persuasion score earlier would have been good since I have a
So
plus
you can
6.
you can talk and charm your way out of things that your lower intelligence gets you into.
Exactly.
Right on.
So, the man in the corner.
Reese, in a desperate attempt to get just some alone time, starts taking his stuff up to his room.
All right. Yeah, you can head up towards the stairs.
This strange lizard man going up to people and very loudly chatting about something that he's probably incredibly ignorant about should be fine.
Checks out.
And I'll talk to the bartender. How much would it be for a small meal, just to be prepared, that I could take up to my room?
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Is there a menu nearby that I could see?
There is. It's an assortment of bread, soup, cheese, steak, and venison.
Put me down for one of each.
One of each.
By the way, Dale, sorry, let me backtrack. How were the rooms paid? Did I give my gold for that?
Yeah.
I paid for mine. I put down a gold. I mean, that'll probably cover a little bit of, like...
So the total for the 3 rooms came to...
It was like 2 gold.
So Gale put down 1 for half, and I assumed that you put down the other for the other half.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you just did the autocomplete for us. That's good. Yeah, so I should just say I grabbed that key as well, of course, but I guess that's maybe that was just understood already.
Yeah, there are some things that I'll just
Okay, good.
are inconsequential that I know you'll mean to do, so don't worry about it.
Okay, right on.
I'm sorry, where were we last going? Oh, 1 of each.
I just wanted to make sure that he didn't pay for my room.
So
It seems like you guys paid for Jinprax's room, though.
Yep. Oh, by the way, on my way up the stairs, I tossed Jim Prax his key and say, "Don't worry about it," and walk up the stairs.
Oh, why? Thank you. That is incredibly kind of you.
I do a sort of a curt little nod. If I have a hat of some kind, I tip my hat and walk up the stairs.
My dragonborn.
Love it.
Layering toss on the Dragonborn's horns.
Can I sleight of hand to see if I can get it on my horn?
Sure. Go ahead.
I rolled pretty well.
Do you want to like try to pick it up when it's being tossed? Do you want to take it from the hand?
I want to like he's tossing it. I want to like aim my head to catch it on my horn, like kind of like a party trick.
Yeah, you lower your head, you get in place, shoulders up, concentrate real hard. As it's falling, arcing towards you, just lift up. He kind of spirals around your horn until it finally sets in place.
Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. And I take it off and kind of like bow obnoxiously.
The patrons were looking over and just kind of mutter amongst themselves.
In any case, about that cart.
We'll get right to that. It's for Gale. With everything, you
Yes.
bought rooms. Call it even at 8 silver.
Oh, 8 silver for the foods? Sure.
Mhm. And would you like anything to drink?
I suppose just some water.
All right, that'll be a copper for the water.
Okie dokie.
Can I do a
Patrons-
quick
Oop, mhm.
when I paid for the hotel, can I just do like a quick count of how much money I have?
Yeah. Should be there
Is
on
that-
the sheet for you.
Is that oh, it is on the character sheet? Oh,
Mhm. Should be down towards the bottom.
okay, cool. I'll just check that, sorry.
Doobie paid.
Cool. Takes it. And we'll be back
No.
with the food shortly.
Okay.
Does this get updated when I've spent money? Like,
You will have
Live.
to keep track of it.
oh, okay. So, sorry, I don't see it. It's
It should be like under your attacks and spellcasting stuff.
Yeah, so you see CP in like a bronze square, SP, which is a triangle, EP, which is sort of like an egg.
I
and
might be looking at the
GP.
wrong thing here. Oh, bio and info? No. Character sheet, attributes? No.
It should be under
Start,
core.
Oh,
Right?
core, yeah.
Yeah,
start
in
at armor
character sheet
class,
core.
and then work your way down.
Oh, GP 80? Is that right?
That
Yeah.
seems like
Oh,
a lot.
You're loaded.
You're richer than I am.
What? Is that right? Where it says GP?
Oh no, looks
Yeah.
like we didn't go through our equipment. I'm not seeing anything there.
So there's
Um,
CP, SP, EP, GP? Is that the correct?
Yeah, that's the correct areas. We've got copper into silver into gold.
Oh.
We're not
So
using
was that an accurate
electrum.
number, Dale?
It is. That would be the total amount that you're starting with. But
Where
looks
did that
like
money come from?
that's just your travels so far.
Oh, okay. Does that have anything to do with the fact that I'm part of that faith or Paladin or something like that? Like, am I getting paid?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
The
What?
Platinum Paladin.
That's also how I say paladin.
Oh, Paladin. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Paladin. Yeah, Paladin's better.
No,
It's funny.
paladin is much better.
I
Paladin.
now want to see the journey of Paladin and the genie in the lamp.
Okay, so how much did I spend on the 2 rooms?
So you spent 1 gold on the 2 rooms. We'll say that you're down at 39 to account for equipment. We can hash out what the equipment is after and get an accurate count.
So instead of 80, I typed 39?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And my apologies. I thought we took care of that
No
previously.
problem. Well, we got it now.
Cool. Again, going back to the gruff patron, they're making like dead eye contact with the Jimprix now. We've been expecting a shipment, but poor lad hasn't returned. It's been out for a few weeks now.
As I'm waiting for my food, I'm going to eavesdrop on this conversation. Not that I imagine it's going to be hard to.
For a few weeks. How long specifically? Like 2, 3, 4?
Oh, what is time anymore? About 3 weeks.
Well, I think we found the cart that was supposed to be shipped. However, we did not find the person who was with the shipment. I suppose there's little chance that this fine fellow has abandoned his cart and ran into the city, is there not? Jimprax remembers the harrowing words recent Gale said of the potential of them being kidnapped.
Well, Sonny Boy ain't been back here for weeks, and that's all I know.
Do you have a description of this person?
Well, he's here, Sonny. You got blonde hair, a little bit on the shorter side. We don't mean to poke fun. Either average looking Annie boys, and the patrons are just all talk about. Yeah, no, nothing. No.
Yes. I assume human then.
Start laughing amongst themselves.
Yes, you human.
Yes, Miss Lizard, human.
Mister, but in any case, would I am guessing you all are quite worried about him. Have you sent anyone to look for him?
We've sent a few parties, but never turned up nothing.
Oh dear. Well, that is quite disheartening to hear. Quite tragic indeed. I wonder if there's anything potentially that we could do. I say, volunteering Reese and Gale without their consent.
Well,
I mean, I'm sitting there kind of listening to this, so I'm like, oh god.
boys and I do have a post up at the guild. If anyone's looking for work, they have been a little shorthanded as of late. But who's to say if you'll find him or not? I only pray he's okay.
Well, thinking like that, I like to believe that if you think good things, then good things shall happen. So I will choose to believe that this will be the second entry in the tale of my legacy, and we will bring your friend back safe and unharmed.
With this, the patron kind of closes his eyes, furrows his brow. You can tell he's thinking very hard. Opens one eye, squints towards you. No, I'm still here.
I look confused, not understanding what this action was.
And with that, the conversation just kind of dies. They go back to having their drinks.
I guess I look for Reese and Gale, and I to inform them of what we are next to do.
I'm sitting at the bar. I mean, I'd probably be the easiest to find, so feel free to sit next to me.
Yeah, I go over and sit next to you. So I believe I have found the answer to the mystery of why that cart has been abandoned. It seems that you were unfortunately correct that its owner has gone missing, but that is not a problem. I'm sure with our caliber and expertise, clearly seen as our ability to move logs, that we should be able to move this person from whatever perilous situation that they are in and bring them back here safely.
Well, that's assuming they're still alive.
Oh, of course they are. No need to think that they are not. I'm sure they're perfectly fine.
But perhaps we should register with the guild hall like he suggested. That might be more work in the future if we do that job, even if the people who were with the cart might not necessarily be alive. We could at least perform the reconnaissance for them.
Jim Prex thinks of this and says quite simply, well, that seems like a waste of time. The longer we spend not acting, the more chance that this person could, as you say, die.
I admit that that's probably the case. It might make our application look good if we do the job at first. All right, you have a point. Why don't we just get settled here first, and we can gather ourselves and go?
Excellent. That sounds like a good plan to me.
All right. I guess I'll just kind of wait around for the food to be like finished, maybe eat a little, and then just store it up in my room when it's done.
Sure.
We'll invite Jin Prax to have some as well.
Oh, this is incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much. And Jim Prax eats with manners surprising of a large lizard man.
And
He's very
time,
polite and dainty.
time-wise, Dale, like, did I sort of, did we arrive at the time it would have taken me to kind of get up and get settled, and like, should I head back down now, do you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. At the start of this conversation, you went up, you settled down, you went to your room, doing whatever things you want to do to relax. It's been about 30 minutes or so since you've gone up.
Okay, so at this point, I come back down, and I guess I see them at the bar there.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, they would still be at the bar.
Okay, so I look at them both and say, are we all beer drinkers here?
From time to time.
Say, is this one of
Although
those times?
it has been quite some time since I've had one. I am more accustomed to river streams and boiling water, but sure, I welcome beer.
So Dale, how much would one beer affect like the drunkenness and judgment and all that of the characters?
Let's do some math.
It depends on how mean
Like in this
the
lore, how
DM
strong is this beer?
Well, how much does your character weigh? How tall are they? How much food have they eaten?
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Is this a matter of one beer and you feel like a nice slight relaxed buzz, or one beer and your judgment is affected?
No, I'll say to 2 is a nice slight buzz. 3, you're starting to get impaired.
Okay,
probably
so
just gonna have one anyway.
relatively harmless then if something were to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I order one beer for the three of them. The three of us.
Hooray, booze.
I'm surrounded by generosity and kindness. I cannot thank you enough. Jim Prax has canonically never had a beer,
Oh.
but he does not reveal this information. He has imbibed, but never beer.
Okay.
Just don't breathe fire.
I look to both of them now and say, what have you guys found out?
Oh, yes. So unfortunately, it seems that you all were accurate in that the cart that we found was most likely abandoned due to its owner being kidnapped. However, I have so graciously offered that we will go and secure the missing person and bring them back unharmed and safe as could be.
Well, I'm here for work, and it sounded like it's an official job at the guild hall. If we perform it preemptively, then we might be in good standing when we sign up. That's
I
if
do not
that's what
know
you're looking for.
what preemptively means, but yes, post haste.
To to help quell Jim Prax's embarrassment, I give her a quick definition in simpler terms what preemptively means, and then I just say, "Good job on getting the info." And this is also an attempt to kind of water her sorry, his his need, most likely a need for affection and attention, which is how even spoiled people, sometimes that's just what they're after. So that's my theory, and I try to sort of give it in that sense, and then I just sort of lean in slightly closer and just say, it would probably be best if you let us know preemptively when you're assigning us to missions. And I give her a wink because he now knows what preemptively means, using it in a sentence.
Yes, of course. I did assume that this would be the best course of action for the three of us, but yes, definitely. I shall speak to you in the future before I decide what is best for all of us. Thank you. Thank you for informing me of this.
I clink Jing Prax's beer glass and take a sip.
Clink. I sip it and definitely am surprised by the taste, but I'm like, okay, we're gonna go through with this.
I glance over to Jim Prax and say, "First time?"
No, I have imbibed many a time before.
And I say, "Yeah, I find this beer a bit sour as well, just to try and spare his feelings, even though."
I will say this is watered down. You know this is not the greatest quality, and it has been.
But it's drinkable.
It's serviceable, but from a place like this, it's not doing great.
Does that suggest hard times for the place, or is that just typical of a place like this?
They did kind of say they were having hard times when we entered. I'm not sure if you were around for it.
No, I wasn't. So
okay.
So Reese ponders from the taste of the beer whether that's a reflection of hard times or if that's just always how it is.
You can certainly infer that that is what it could mean.
Okay. So by a different means, I've arrived at the same knowledge.
Same conclusion.
Yeah. Okay.
Jim Prax is probably unaware. He's also never had beer before, so he's probably like, this is normal.
What a shame that that's your first experience.
I mean, it's pretty accurate to my first experience drinking in real life.
I prefer fancy pants German beer myself.
When you said the beer was a bit sour, I kind of laughed to myself because I generally drink sour beers in real life.
No, beer drinkers are nasty.
Haven't had the one yet.
Oh. All right, well,
okay.
You're
I also invite
yourselves.
Reese to some food that I had ordered. Given that I kind of ordered one of each, I figure there's probably a decent spread for the three of us. Although maybe just enough for the Dragonborn.
Reese looks over and his eyes widen and due to the long journey that just happened, and he says, "Oh, thank you, much appreciated." And just eats one of them.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
All right, so some time passes. Y'all finish eating. It's roughly around a little bit over midday. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock now.
Maybe we should arrange passage back to the cart site, although I'm not quite sure where we should go.
Well, you seemed quite adept at looking for tracks. We could follow those tracks and see where it leads?
No, meaning we need a cart to return to the site where we just were.
Yes, of course.
I suppose we could try going back to the stables.
Sure.
How far of a walk would that have been?
Without a
cart, from where?
From you want to go back to the site of the?
Yes, I guess I just don't know how long it would take us by foot to get there versus should we take another cart there?
Yeah, I'm actually can we? Can we just determine that right now, Dale? Like, is that something we
Yeah,
would just know?
absolutely. By cart, it took you about 3 hours to get
Oh,
from
God.
the previous location to here. On foot, it's probably take about 4.5.
Oh.
It might be a decent idea to go on foot. If as much as it is a bit of a distance, if these vagabonds or hooligans who are kidnapping well-meaning cart travelers are anything to go by, maybe they'll attempt to kidnap us and lead us right to where we need to go.
Perhaps, but we also wouldn't want to put ourselves in unnecessary danger. If we could
Right, that makes a lot of sense.
figure out how to track them and maybe find some other means to get the information of where they might be, that would also be prudent. But maybe for now we should just start moving over there.
Reese takes a sip, and then turns to Gale and says, "You seem to be heavily inclined to avoid danger. Are you sure you're in the right line of work?" I'm also asking this because I'm trying to gauge, internally for myself. I'm trying to gauge his comfort with danger, his sense of risk taking versus, not.
All I'm suggesting is some prudence. I mean, I'm aware there will be some danger, but rather than take unnecessary risk, we are only 3. We don't know how many of them there are.
He says, "Fair enough." Sorry, just really quick. Who is it? Someone hiring us to investigate? I kind of missed that.
No,
No,
Jimprack sort of just volunteered.
Volunteered to who? Like, who are we?
There was somebody at the bar that told the story, like he was going around asking like, "Yo, there's a cart. Somebody left it out there. We found it for you guys. Anybody want to claim it?" And an angrier looking fellow at the bar was like, "There was a shipment that was supposed to come in, but I forget the name of the person. But there's a person, blonde, short, a shorter blonde person of average looks and human was the person supposed to be like taking the cart back, but they've been missing for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And Jinprax is a bleeding heart and was like, "Oh no, we'll go find him."
Okay, so when the bartender, when his eyes kind of fall on my general direction, I just say to him, so sir, or bartender, whatever to say, I imagine that if we were to find your supplies, that would be of value to you.
Well, supplies would be nice, but oh no, we just want to see Sonny Boy come back home.
Funny boy.
So you just want, what did you say? Supplies would be nice, but
We just want to see Sonny Boy come back home.
who's Sonny Boy?
Sonny Boy, I was speaking with your friend over there. He's the one who went out and was coming back with their supplies, but just never made it.
I just asked him, family?
No family, just the local kid.
Okay, so Reese's face changes from one of seeking profit to more of one of compassion. And he says, "I will keep my eyes open for him for sure."
Appreciate it there, stranger.
All right, so shall we be on our way?
I think we should.
Reese only moves when his plate is completely cleared.
Okay. And
Like I just mean, I didn't say that aloud. I just said I just meant that's a thought. Like I just wait to finish my meal before leaving.
I think we all kind of do.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I figured. Okay.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom.
Nutrition is a good thing. So we're gonna go. So is it still midday? We still? Oh, wait a minute. midday.
If it takes
It'll-
3 hours, it would be about like 5 or 6.
Evening.
3
about-
hours,
Yeah.
at least an hour investigation, and then another 3 hours back. A lot of walking, a lot of exertion. I recommend starting in the morning. But
If-
that might make the trail cold, eh? Dang.
Yes. So it's probably
No,
better
Yes,
that
I
we
am
do it now.
a little
No,
concerned. The sooner
yeah.
the sooner we begin, the better. And although I'm sure no harm has come to this sunny boy, the less likely harm will come, if that makes
carts-
sense.
Right. No, I agree. So Reese looks for any chance to show agreement with conversation, an attempt to again establish rapport. It's like, yes, that's a good point. Dale, these wagons we're taking, are we sitting in some sort of internal box that could be protected from arrows and whatnot, or are we sitting outside?
You are not. You are sitting outside. It's a bare bones,
Hmm.
open backed wagon.
Say, well, we collectively have enough funds to get a wagon to get there a little quicker. I'm up for contributing if you are.
Oh, yes, definitely. I think it is good if we do this. What was the word? Preemptive.
Reese kind of bobs his head and says, well, and it's sort of, that's acceptable, I guess, but barely.
That's
And-
almost how to use that word.
Yeah, exactly. Say, I'm ready when you are.
Yes, let us continue.
Let's go.
Fantastic. So you make your way out. You head back over to the stables. You see that Guthric is still there, still setting things up, taking a little bit of a break before he heads on back.
Ah, Gunther, my good man, I don't suppose you have time in your schedule for another trip to our favorite log?
Oh, well, I was just about making my way back. Geez, I wasn't looking for more passengers on the way back.
Are you planning on just going there and hanging out? Or when you say on the way back, I assume you mean round trip.
Well, I've got to go all the way back to Grimsith.
I turn to our companions. I'm a little worried of leaving our cart out here to have its owner get potentially attacked as well. Would it make sense for him to just drop us off?
Do any of us have camping gear?
No.
I mean, I
have a
have my
bedroll.
own supplies, but like not for everyone.
Yeah,
Like I
I
have
have
my
a
adventurer's kit with my hermit background. I have like a winter's blanket, and I'm probably used to the woods, so like it wouldn't bother me that much.
Are there any settlements near this crash site, Dale, at all?
There are not. This is the closest.
Okay.
yeah, I have a bedroll, so like I could rough it.
Dale, like, is a bedroll like sufficient in that kind of environment, or?
I mean, you can lay down. You can
But-
you can take a nice little nap.
How cold does it get at night?
It gets down to the 50s.
Oh, that's fine.
What do I have anything?
Yeah, let's get you set up.
You need some gear.
Probably have something similar to. Give me a second here. Really wish. Troy, were you able to access the items when you were looking at it and do all that on your end?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, and that was from the
That was from the
eye.
compendium, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just dragged and dropped it into my character sheet.
Fantastic. All right, so you'd have a backpack, bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, and rations. So that's about it that you'd have as far as camping out goes.
What? Say it again. I have what?
Sure, let me send this over to you. I can post this over in chat so you can
Okay.
take a look at it.
Oh, okay. All right. Backpack, bedroom, mess. What does the mess kit have in it?
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Its tin box contains a cup and simple cutlery.
Okay.
It's used for like making food and whatnot.
But thankfully, we ate before we left.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made it goes without saying that I grab whatever things I need from the room and lock it.
Okay.
I guess that's okay, because we can make a shelter if need be. So I guess we could just. I was gonna see if there was anything that we should get supply-wise. Like there's a magic shop. There's. What do I have for weapons?
I think that you'd have to like deduct from your initial amount as well.
Yeah, your monies.
You'd
Yeah,
probably have like some sort of shield or maul.
I'm just gonna have
or...
them be around where y'all are. We'll
Yeah,
make
I
it.
now
I'll just need
realize I wasted a
weapons and
spell
armor.
slot on that unseen servant earlier. Shit.
Yeah, we probably could have used a scout.
How
But I
long
mean,
did he last? An hour, so he's definitely gone.
So Kev, in the group chat on Discord, I did a link over to the player's handbook earlier. Around page
Yep.
143, 145, you'll see a list of equipment. You can grab, I don't know, whichever you like to use.
145, did you say?
Yep.
Okay, it's just loading.
So yeah, in game, or like in the PDF handbook, it's 145 for equipment and armor. The page number is gonna be 136 at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
On the left hand of your character sheet, down towards the bottom, you'll see your proficiencies with things they can use, such as simple weapons, martial weapons, the kind of armor, and we can go from there.
Is there any limit to like what? Because I might as well pick the.
What you can afford.
Oh, like so I have to buy it right now. I see. Okay. And I'm already down to 39.
So this is going to be with the 40. Pick up stuff.
Oh,
We
with the
can work
40
out.
that came out
We can work
before.
out the math later.
Okay. Okay. So let's do hide armor and shield for armor.
That's only for you. Where is the other? There we go.
Actually, no. We'll cross out the shield, just the heavy armor. And then I'm gonna pick a heavy weapon, like a two-handed weapon.
Okay.
Is there a list of those somewhere here? That looks like it right there. Okay, hold on. Get this as quickly as you can here. Simple melee weapons. Okay. Have you guys done this already?
Yes.
Yep. Yep, we
Oh,
got them
okay.
all set up.
So I'm deciding either on a warhammer or a greatsword. The greatsword is a lot more money. Why is that?
Probably better.
Yeah.
Construction, if I remember, it has the higher roll potential for damage.
And because of my strength, that would be a good fit, right?
Yeah, I mean, either or would be good.
Is there like class or race proficiency that might make you better with it at all, or
Yeah, that's a good question, Dale.
I mean, proficiency with martial weapons, nothing specific.
Okay. Can you tell me what my proficiencies are? I don't know if I can quickly find it myself.
Yeah, so going from your character sheet, it'll be down towards the bottom left-hand side, the very last box for other proficiencies in languages. You'll see the
Okay.
armor that you're proficient with, as well
there, okay.
as the languages and weapons you can use. There are two classifications of weapons: simple versus martial. Martial
yeah.
weapons are just more advanced weapons that take more
Right.
skill to use.
Gosh, that greatsword's expensive. Can you tell me quickly what are some of the differences in deciding between a great axe or a great sword?
Flavor, how you see the character developing.
So this one's got a 1d12 slashing. The greatsword's got a 2d6. So what does that mean?
So that's for your damage, which means that for the 1d12, you have a roll where you can get a value of between 1 to 12. With the 2d6, you'd have a roll between 2 to 12.
What does that mean? I have a roll between.
That is
Like,
the
that's
roll for
the-
damage, the damage output.
So is the greatsword more effective in that way? I don't quite understand how it works.
I mean,
It more likely to get a roll or something?
not more likely to roll. It's just you want to have the odds for two lower numbers that you can potentially roll and have higher consistent low damage, or you want the one roll to have maybe a better edge of higher damage.
Okay, let's just do the great axe for now, just to keep everything
Sure.
under that 40 amount.
I will say that ultimately, it doesn't really come to much.
Okay.
This is
Okay, good.
purely for flavor more than just pure mechanics.
Yeah, I prefer the great sword, but I'll take the axe in the interest of saving the money.
money?
Money, money, money.
For the great axe, correct?
Yeah. Okay, now we're ready.
I'm just going to go pop in the loo for a second. I shall return.
Yeah, I'll grab iced tea while you do that.
Sure.
Yummy.
Oh wait, did you say you? Oh, it's 4 o'clock your time because it's 4 o'clock EST right now.
Right now for me it's 3, so
Okay, so they've got an hour left.
roughly an hour.
Okay. And then what did we decide with his bio and his appearance? Like, I could type that in later myself, but do you remember roughly what we were saying that was?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. So I'll just make that up on my own time then?
Mhm.
Okay. This is really fun, Dale, I have to say. It's my first time. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Yeah, so I do hope it continues.
Yeah, we'll definitely be trying to get it through. I apologize for, I guess, for the other two as well, just for how a little rushed it was, but I'm glad we're getting on track.
Yeah.
So I think as of right now, let me get you the adventurous kit. Explorer. Nope. Kit.
Hello.
Welcome back. Climber's kit. Do we not have any?
I'll just be right back as well. 1 second.
So how are you enjoying it so far, Schwein?
A lot of fun. I hope gym practice isn't too extra.
I kind of love it.
I hope he is the appropriate amount of extra.
And how about you, Stoic?
I'm having fun.
Oops. So me killing my camera messed it up. Oh, there we go. It's back now. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna have like a preordained order when things get back.
Okay. As long as it puts itself back, then we're good.
All right. So far, I've got you the Great Axe, the Hide Armor, and the Explorer's Pack. I don't think there's anything that's going to be essential as far as items.
Other than what's in that.
Yeah, if
Pack
there is,
already.
we can mess with that when we get there.
Okay.
All right. So my apologies. Where did we leave off? I think we were speaking with Guthric.
And we were deciding if it would be okay, since he's taking the trip back, he's passing through there, maybe he can just like drop us off.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a persuasion?
All right, I'm good at this, I swear. Oh, wrong portion. There we go.
Okay. God damn, a
That's
6
more
on
in line
one.
with gym
Crazy.
practice. Persuasion.
All right. Yeah. He says, generally we don't have two ways. You pay for a one way or pay for a two way, but never matter. You only need to go partially where we were. Nah, I can take you there.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
He goes to saddle up the horse, prepare the carriage, and invites you all to jump on board.
I jump on board.
Oops. The other two come on board.
Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And I just keep my eyes like, as sharp as I can for the whole trip.
Sure.
For any dangerous areas or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I'll just roll throughout the journey.
Everybody?
If you want to keep your eyes open while riding out, sure.
Yeah. Oh no.
Nice.
Continuing writing the tale of our journey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Can you guys by chance hear screaming in the background for me?
No.
Okay, good. My neighbors are having a party, and it's kind of loud.
Oh, wow.
As parties tend to be.
Oh my god.
That did set my imagination going a little bit, though. Do you guys, by any chance, hear screaming in the background? No? Good, okay. Like,
Oh, no.
I didn't notice it before because I had my air conditioner running.
Can't even hear that. Dang.
Help me! Call the police.
No. Just a bunch of various woos after getting a shot in beer pong.
Oh.
Pew pew.
All right. Yeah, so we're making our way through. You're on the way back. About an hour passes. You're about here or so. Stoic, Kevin, your eyes seem to detect a little bit of movement. Reese can't quite
So
figure
we're in a
out.
kind of a wide open field here right now.
Reese can't quite figure out what it was. You thought you saw something. Saw movement
Can you
towards
describe the area where I saw it and what
I'll
the movement was?
about to move you there.
Okay.
As far as Gale, you can detect hints of fur rustling in bushes.
Would I assume it's just a wild animal?
Mm-hmm.
I say it's probably nothing. Wild animals.
One second here. I need to learn how to use these tokens better. So you're in the cart coming through the main road here, and the rustling in the bushes is right next to the path.
Right next. I quickly ask, does anyone here have bow and arrow and are proficient with it?
Jim Prax takes out his hand crossbow. I've got this bad boy.
I say, feel free to notch an arrow just in case. I'm new to this area. I don't know about you.
Certainly. I hold out my hand crossbow kind of awkwardly.
Can I ready a spell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a better question, can I ready a spell and like move and sort of wait to cast it if something happens?
Sure. First question is, do you choose to stop? Or are you still in the carriage moving down?
I guess we're still moving.
Can I roll?
And Jim Prex saw fur, right?
Oh no, not me. I saw jack shit.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Gale did, though.
Did you say something about fur?
Well, I looked out and thought it was just a wild animal. I heard movement and saw some fur.
Okay. I'm feeling like we can keep going, but I don't know. If this kind of thing is normal in the forest, you know, like just to see animals here and there, it's
Yeah, like, but would an animal be comfortable being that close to a cart? That's kind of what I was
that's
thinking.
true.
But I don't know if Jim Prax is smart enough to come up with that conclusion.
Right. And then also that's a good pouncing spot, like if it's used to hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Can I roll nature to see if Jim Prax can infer this?
Yeah, sure.
I do have -2, so
would survival fit into this category?
Survival could too as well.
All right, I'll roll a
better than that.
survival right now. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, yeah. You noticed that, I mean, the bushes were rustling. Do you think it's a bit odd that an animal would be potentially this close to a main road without any sort of other objective?
I kind of like the idea of being on slightly higher ground. A lot of animals can't necessarily climb a cart, but maybe not. And it was his arrow successfully knocked in place?
Oh, you wanted me to shoot?
No,
I
I
thought
just
you
want
just wanted me to
no,
aim.
no. I just want to make sure the arrow was in there, ready to
Oh
go.
yeah, I'm ready. I have a bolt in my crossbow.
A bolt. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm comfortable just kind of keeping my eyes on it and staying up here personally.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Fantastic. All right. So as you were making your way down, so you're roughly about here. We're going to have a
But I
carriage
keep
free
my
ball.
eyes on it until we're well past it.
Sure. Keep going. But halfway down, out of the tree, do you see a wolf jump out going straight for the horse that is carrying your carriage or pulling your
The
carriage.
horse.
Oh boy.
I give I give Jim Prax like a knowing look, trying to say without saying, shoot it.
Oh, all right. I aim, and I assume we're rolling initiative.
Absolutely.
Woohoo! Oh, oops. I got a 21, but I didn't send it to the initiative tracker. I'm sorry.
Oh, not a problem.
Where's initiative?
It should be above your HP.
All right, what do we got?
I just want to see the wording on something.
21, 14.
That wasn't.
All right, so where is it?
Oh, so I can vicious mockery a wolf? All right, cool.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure if I could or not.
Kevin, up towards the top.
Your fur's all matted. Look at you.
Disgusting.
Talk about being mad about something. Kevin, towards the top of the character sheet, you'll see the shield looking icon. To the right of that is the initiative. Go ahead and click initiative.
Okay.
That is going to determine your order. Oof. All right. So, with the way that initiative works, the higher the number, the faster you get to move. The lower the number, the lower you are in the order.
Dear. Oh my god.
Give me a second.
So I'm right at the
here.
end then.
Very well could be.
Well, that's why I asked her to get ready with it. That's one of the reasons, actually. Is like just in case or him, I should say. Sorry.
No problem.
Jim Prax.
I'm not sure how different male and female dragonborns look.
I was wondering that myself. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I'm imagining
like
that they
lizard-like
look
appearance.
very similar.
Yeah.
Especially since Jim Prax is very pretty. He probably gets
Oh.
misgendered a lot.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was imagining Jim Prax to be even more androgynous than Dragonborn would be. All right, so we have the wolf out. Wolf is coming up in front of the horse here. Jim Prax, where are you? Where would you be in the cart?
If Reese was telling me to kind of aim, I would probably be like close to where the bush was, so probably like here in the front-ish.
Okay. Since you were readying your shot, go ahead and give me an attack roll with your crossbow.
Sure. Yeah. Fuck.
No. What happened?
I did bad. I rolled a 3.
Unfortunately.
These rolls we're getting.
Unfortunately, you're ready. You're not surprised by the wolf coming out, but the horse kind of kicks up a little bit, and you miss your shot. Goes a little wild.
Damn it. Vicious Mockery is an action, not a bonus action, right?
Correct.
Damn it. Okay. So I aim and shoot and miss, and I kind of like curse at myself a little bit and move to put the crossbow away in exchange for my dulcimer. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. And Gale is up next.
All right, I see the wolf coming and start to cast Produce Flame.
Fantastic.
Does 13 meet?
13 does hit.
Okay, time to roll a d8. Ooh, full damage.
Mm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you hit the wolf head on its fur, starting to char up a little bit. It is still standing, but it's starting to limp down in one paw now.
Is it bloodied?
Well, you can't really tell if it's bloody or not from the fire coming off of its fur. But you can definitely tell that it is hurting.
Okay.
Next
So
up,
there's, is there a way to, can we like literally see its hit points, or do we have to kind of just gauge
so
that?
you can ask for its state. Does it look like it's hurting? Does it look like it's okay? How damaged does it look? And infer from there.
Okay, so what is its state then right now? How would you describe it?
Right now, it's currently on fire from the cast of produced flame. It's limping down on one paw, looking pretty down.
Okay. So I put my hand on, I pat both their backs a little bit, like so Jinprax as if to say it's okay, and then Gale is to say good job, Dan. And I step out of the cart with take my axe out, and
Oop, hold on,
essentially I'm
hold
just
on.
gonna.
We
Okay.
are not there yet.
Oh, okay.
The
So
wolf's turn.
we do have the NP or not the NPCs, the enemies turn in the order.
Oh, okay.
So trying to do some math here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So the wolf is going to go cower away from the fire it just took. And it's going to move back behind the tree now. In its stead, we do have 2 other wolves that are coming out from the bushes.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Orc.
All right, he seems to have brought his friends. Wolves do tend to run in packs.
Orc. Orc.
Orc.
Heck. Bjork.
Doing a heckin' good job right now.
Orc.
All right. And yep.
What's the driver doing?
Cowering in the cart.
Cowering.
He is a driver. He is not a fighter.
Yeah, but he would have experience with this, being a cart driver, right? With wolves and animals.
You would think.
He's had
You would think.
spectacularly good luck.
I lean in to the driver and I say, do you want to get out of here? Like, do you want to get out of this?
The cart driver, unfortunately, is just on the seat. He's not responding.
Okay. Is there a way to like, do I have an idea of my horse carting skills?
Do you want to try to take control of the horse?
Yeah.
What's your animal
I push
handling,
him.
I guess?
If it is my turn, I push him to the side, like gently but firmly, and I want that horse to quick run like the heck out of there, basically.
Absolutely. All right. It is your turn.
And I say to Gale, how quickly can you summon up another one of those?
Out of game when it's my turn. In game.
So there's no charge time, like you can just do it again, like.
It's a cantrip. I can spam it if I want.
Okay, good.
Yep. So once we get to you going through your actual attacks, we can break down action economy in combat. Kevin. Apologize.
You can do what in combat? Sorry.
So we can go through the action economy, the way the actions work and how mechanics work in combat.
Yes.
I think all I can do is just cast 1 spell a turn, but if I were to attack, I could like do that and then move and
Well, you can
do
still
other things.
So you can still cast the spell and still do other things. This just takes up the action bit.
Yep.
So you want to try wrestling with the horse?
Wrestling with the horse. I imagine there's some
taking
sort
the
of reins to
reins.
grab.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
trying to just calm it down.
Oh, the horse is freaking out too?
It's kicked up.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Scratch that. So I say to Gil, like, I just kind of go to both of them. It's like, if you guys can just sort of get yourselves ready as much as possible. And yeah, I'm going to step out to the front of the horse and try and calm it down first. Yeah.
Okay. So up towards the top of your character sheet, you should be able to see your speed.
Speed?
Mm-hmm.
Speed, yeah. Okay.
Speed. So you're at speed of 30. Each of these squares are divided into 5 feet, which means you can move up to a total of 6 squares to use all of your movement.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So to get you up to the horse would be about 5, 10, 20, 30 if you want to get to the head of the horse.
So this is the cart here where I'm sitting?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an image for it. I apologize.
Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to do that, but I might even take... No, we'll just go straight over there. We gotta do it.
Fantastic. You should be able to drag to where you want to head off to.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wait. How do I do that? I'm on the map right now.
Does not have control?
I don't think so. It's just letting me do a box when I click and drag.
Let's get
Is that in settings?
Nope. Let me try to reset it. I don't know why it's not linked to you. No, it should be fine.
Oh,
yeah,
there.
That should be fine.
There we go. Okay.
Cool. All right. Go ahead and on the left side of the character sheet, you should see the skill for animal handling. Go ahead and click it.
Oh, I don't even know. Someone maybe had better animal handling than me. I didn't even. Okay, hold on.
Is animal handling an intelligence skill? No.
I don't remember what it is.
Wisdom.
I think it's
Okay,
wisdom.
so mine's at
'cause I have a
3, so I'll
bonus.
click it now.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Fantastic. You are able to get it to calm down, to soothe it.
Whoa, horsey.
It's not reeling back like it was.
How many other wolves do we see?
You've got 2 up on the road ahead of you.
So I look to the 2 guys and say, do you want to try and kill them first, or do you want to just get out of here?
I am a little concerned for if this horse can out stamina some wolves. It might be, as much as I would rather not, we don't seem to have much of a choice, I think.
I think we should finish the fight.
I agree. Sounds good to me. I'll just keep this horse calm. And I'm just gonna stand here, and I have an idea in mind, if and when they get within my range, kind of thing.
Okay, sure. We will pick off there. Wolves have come out. We are back up to Shuai.
All right. So seeing that my crossbow was not particularly effective, in what might seem odd for combat, Jinprax takes out his dulcimer and looks at the wolf, not the injured one, but the one that is slightly closer, and starts like strumming like kind of angrily.
Okay.
And says to the one wolf, "You've seen the effects that we have had on your companion, and I hate to break it to you, but you will soon be meeting him." And I cast Vicious Mockery on the wolf.
Gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. What is that? Is that a Wisdom 14?
It's yeah, DC 14 Wisdom save. Or take 2 damage and have disadvantage on next attack.
Fantastic. What do we got going from the wolf? The wolf doesn't pass. It looks like you oddly confused by what you're saying. It kind of just like jerks its head from the psychic damage coming in. and looks a little dazed.
Yeah. So it it takes 2 psychic and has disadvantage on its next turn. And I turn to Gale and I say to him, and I play like a different tune, a little bit more upbeat. And as a bonus action, I look at him and sing, "Look at me, ye bold but tired, look at me and be inspired." And I give you a bardic inspiration.
All right, love it.
Yay, inspiration dice.
Right now, I think it's a D6.
How do I use them? Like, does it just add to like AC checks and stuff like that? or-
It's
So you can use it to add to a lot of stuff.
I don't think that much because I'm not a war bard. Let me look it up.
Sure.
Although you might know because you're a bard.
Yeah, if there's a
Are
difference
you-
between the different schools of bards, I'm not sure. From what I remember,
It's only different for for the war bards.
all
They
right, well,
can add it. I think war bards can add it to damage, but
okay. Then yeah,
the
for
rest.
everything else, you can add it to a spell roll to hit. You can add it to an ability check to succeed. You can add it to a skill check. You can add it to a normal weapon attack. Pretty much anything that's just not damage.
Yep, and I think it lasts for 10 minutes.
How do I check distance? Like, use the
If you head
Cube.
down to the middle icon, top left.
middle icon.
I'm sorry, not middle. Is it middle? I'm sorry. Which one was it?
It's the
was-
circle with a ruler in it.
That is it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. I was right. I was just using it earlier.
Circle with a ruler. I don't have that.
Left hand side, it's going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th icon down. If you hover over it, it'll say snap to center. And then once you have that clicked, you can just start clicking from any tile. I'll tell you what the distance between things
Yeah.
are.
Okay, I got it.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to have to move within 30 feet of this wolf if it's my turn. Is it-
It is indeed.
Okay, I just want to move within 30 feet. I'm going to play around with this.
Okay.
Just doing some measurement.
Mm-hmm.
That is sufficient. So I jump down from the cart, get within range, and ready
What
to
are-
produce flame.
What are those circles there?
These are the second wolves. The other wolves that popped
Oh.
out from the bushes.
So there's 2 other wolves. Okay.
There are 3 in total, and 1 is injured and backed up, and 1 I just yelled at
Angrily.
Right, okay.
angrily.
It's
I
just like
insulted it.
confused.
Oh no, the dragonborn yelled at me menacingly.
I could just
I
actually
mean-
see one of those like dog like head tilts like.
Although realistically, like if I were a dog and like this dragon thing yelled at me, like I think like my predator prey thoughts
Yeah,
would
you'd
be like,
think.
ah, yeah.
That's fair.
Do I hit with the 12?
You do not.
Okay, so the fireball just flies over his head.
Great, you have
Mhm,
the bardic
mhm.
inspiration.
Just
Oh, wait, yes, I
barely
do.
Oh.
How many dice?
You get 1d6. God damn it.
Much.
It is just enough.
Just enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Best
You
use of
you
bardic
produce the flame, and the wind. It starts off, but the wind carries it back around to the wolf, and it just barely lands.
That's a 4.
Rolling for 4. All right.
So Stoic, just something that might be helpful. Instead of having to roll the 1d8, you can click on the words produce flame and it will roll the damage for you.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Fantastic. If I can get back to, there we go. The wolf you'll have been aiming for is going to rush up to Stoic, its attacker. And it is going to try and bite.
I'm going to pretend to be a rogue and uncanny dodge. No, I can't do that.
It has disadvantage though, because I screamed at it.
It does. Thank God it did. It tries to come and bite you. It lands on the on a bit of cloth, but doesn't actually reach you.
I guess I kind of recoil a little bit.
Next up, we have our injured wolf. It's going to continue moving back a little bit. And its turn there.
You better run.
Kevin, we are back to you.
Okay, how's the horse doing?
Horse is calmed. Horse is calmed for now.
It's like, all you care about is the horse.
Our
And
lives
then
are in danger here too.
I take a quick glance at that other wolf that's still, I guess, kind of far away.
Mm-hmm.
What's it doing?
Which one?
The one that's near the rock there, far away
The black
from
one?
us?
This one?
Not the one close to us, but the one that's not wounded, that's further away.
Yeah, I think the one you're picking,
That one,
Dale.
yeah.
Okay. Sure. You can take a look at it. What are you trying to find out?
I just want to see what it's doing before I make my move.
It's standing still, looking like it's about to charge in.
Okay. So how big is this axe?
I don't know what a decent size for the axe is. My thought was about half the size of your body.
Okay, because I was thinking about throwing the axe, but I don't know this guy's axe throwing skills, like if that's something that is part of his combat training or...
I would definitely say this axe is not meant for throwing, and it would not be used well in that regard.
Okay.
Unless you had ridiculous strength, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking, like, I want to stand in front of Gale, and I'm debating whether, like, taking the axe out and attempting to lop its head off, or grabbing the wolf right behind its neck and slamming its head into the rock there.
Okay.
Would that be some kind of grapple check?
Yeah, that'd be a grapple check for sure.
So I'm grabbing behind so that it can't reach behind and bite me, but I'm wondering, like, how heavy is the wolf? How strong am I? And then movement-wise. And I just want to know, like, what is there one where I can gauge where I'm more likely to succeed, either with the axe or with that?
So you'd spend your action trying to grapple the wolf. And that's really about all that you could do. Or you could try to make an attack right where you are right now. I mean, it's really just up to you.
So it sounds like the attack would be quicker.
Definitely want to have to try wrestling with the wolf, trying to get a good grip.
Yeah. And what's this wolf doing right now? Is it looking at Gale? Is it?
Yep, it is focused on Gale.
Okay, so in the interest of doing the quickest action possible, so I'm like right above it already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be a waste of time and speed and movement to stand in front of Gale?
There's no room to stand in front of Gale.
Oh, there's no room. Oh, I see. Yep. So I'm just gonna take my axe out and I really just want to lop its head off if that's doable.
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Go ahead on the character sheet. You should see around the middle where it has the great axe. You can go ahead and click on it.
Sorry. Where did you say that was?
On the character sheet towards the middle.
Oh, right there. Okay, and I'll click that now.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So again, similar to skill checks, you can hover over the numbers and see how we got to this roll and see the different modifiers that are added. Fortunately, looks like we have a net 1.
Yeah, because I'm aiming for its neck. Even if I don't completely kill it, like it should wound it enough at least, hopefully.
I don't even think you hit.
Yeah,
So
and that one is a critical failure.
Here's where we talk about how rolls connect. There is a certain likelihood, if the number is high enough, that it will overcome the opponent's AC, otherwise known as armor class. Rolls below this number will hit, but generally won't do any damage, or it will just whiff. Rolls above the number will hit, and then you'll roll for damage.
And where's its armor class? How can I see that?
You can't.
Oh. Oh dear. Well, I mean, we're talking like a furry animal with no armor. Hopefully its armor class is low enough, but well, I guess we'll have to see.
See, it also, a way to visualize this is how agile it is, how dexterous it is it able to navigate out of the way. This isn't just pure, does it get hit and take damage? This is thinking more like stamina. How long can it last in a fight?
Okay. Well, even if it dodges, maybe hopefully I bought us some time. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
In addition, we also have crit fails and crit successes. You roll 20, we've got a crit success. You roll a 1, we've got a crit fail. Let me see if I can get a table up.
You were saying we got a fail there?
We do have a fail.
Yeah, one is an auto fail, and depending on the DM style, sometimes like Dale might make something bad happen.
Oh boy, here we go.
Rolling a d20. I want to open roll these so y'all know exactly what's going on.
Oh no.
And we've got an 8. So give me a Constitution save. If you look on the top left of your character sheet, you'll see your different stat blocks. Go ahead and click on Con. Fantastic. You're fine. You miss, but you're okay.
Okay.
Yay.
You just overextend a little bit. Went a little to the left. You're not quite able to connect with the wolf.
That could have been a lot worse.
Whew.
And next up in our order, we have Backwolf. All right, Backwolf. Where are you moving to? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do with all that fur?
And it's just approaching up. And it's going to end its turn here, glaring and snarling at Reese. And we are back up to the order of the Try.
All right, we know Jimprax sees this other wolf running over, sees the one that's damaged and is confident in his compatriots that they can probably handle it, is more worried about this one that's coming to take a bite out of Reese, and says, "Wow, for a wolf, quite slow. You couldn't make it all the way over here. Did your mother not have you run enough as a pup or something?" And I'll cast Vicious Mockery on the wolf.
Let's get it.
Mother jokes.
Orc.
And that's going to be you plus you. Ooh, Um.
Oh no.
The wolf stops dead in its tracks. Its head just goes all the way to the ground from the bit of just psychic pulse that gets sent to it. As it doesn't know what you're saying. It just knows that you said something bad. It
I'm
takes
gonna
3
yell
damage.
a wolf to death. And I turn to Reese and I say, I forget which one I said last time. I have a few one-liners prepared for all of my different spells. I say, "Look at me, ye bold and tired. Look at me and be inspired." And you'll get bardic inspiration.
Right on.
Fantastic.
I look at her and look at the downtrodden wolf and say, "That was actually quite inspiring."
I aim to please, and I bow. In the middle of this combat with wolves.
Love it. All right, that brings
yeah.
us to. I assume you end your turn there?
Yep. That's all I can
Fantastic.
do.
That brings us up to Wolf 1. That's rather Wolf 2. This is Wolf Beta.
Beta. Oh no, please no.
Or
Dangerous territory, Dale.
Dangerous territory. Understood. Noted.
Alpha, beta, omega.
With the new attack coming from Reese, it's going to drop its attention on Gale and try to attack its new friendo. And that is going to be plus you.
Got the order of the
And
wolves.
it has disadvantage.
Oh, it does?
Fantastic. Doesn't it still?
Yeah.
No,
'cause
it
you
only
did
has
that.
disadvantage once. The one in the back does. The one in the front
Okay.
shouldn't. It
I'll
goes
take
away
that off
after
then.
one
Whoops.
disadvantage.
Did you factor that disadvantage in when I tried to lop its head off? I don't know if that's the same thing.
It
at all.
doesn't
No.
matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
it's only when it attacks.
All
Oh, okay.
right. So on that note, then, Reese, what is your armor class? What is your AC? It's the shield icon next to where your initiative was. Oop. Can you find it?
Sorry. What?
Asking what your AC is on
Oh,
on the sheet.
you're asking me.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. The AC.
Shield icon left of initiative.
Well, it's currently 13.
13. Fantastic.
Seems very low.
Well, did we factor in that armor I put on?
It should. It should.
Yeah, it's hide armor. It's not great, but it's not the cheapest.
Let's check what hide is for you. Oh my gosh. This. Can I not pull up the character sheet? What in the world? Where are you? Oh, there we go. And yeah, no, that is factoring in the hide armor. But it is just enough. You don't get it. You're fine. You shook it off.
Okay. Okay.
The wolf is going to end its turn there. Go ahead and got wolf number 2. Wolf number 2 is going to stay back up here. Wolfren does not want to get involved at all. That brings us back over to Reese.
Okay, so Reese takes a big sigh and collects himself and I just want to do the same thing again to the wolf below us here.
Sure. Go ahead, give me another attack roll.
The great axe, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're at an 8. That is not enough to hit it. But nothing bad happens. You're fine. Here's a little tired, a little full from the meal that you just ate.
You do have a bardic inspiration, which Stoic used before. You roll a d6 and add whatever you get to the total.
Mm.
But you can save it. You don't have to use it now.
True. True.
So currently that was no damage.
Correct.
I would like to use it now.
All right. Go ahead and in the chat, enter /roll space 1d6.
One what 6?
1d6.
Can you guys give me a minute? I just had to give my mom the Wi-Fi password.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. That brings us up to a 12. Unfortunately, that is not enough.
No.
The attack
Oh.
still goes off its mark.
Ugh.
Wolves are no joke, man. I once
Oh,
had
okay, I thought you were giving us just a light, some wolves at the start, But I guess not. This is tricky.
I once had a group of 5. I was playing as a group of 5. And we got decimated by a group of 4 wolves. It was a great
Okay,
start.
now I feel better.
A great start. And I think in packs can just be super overwhelming really quickly.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
In
oh man,
my-
I've got these rats. I'm fine. I can one shot rats all the time. You get a pack of rats. It's like I got 7 on me. Oh my god, I'm dead.
I
When
turn to Gale quickly and just say like, "You make me wish I spent more time in magic class."
Lol.
With a
Magic
defeated look on his face.
I'm doing a campaign right now. I'm running one for my friends that's based on Super Mario 64. And I based the cheap enemy basically on wolves. And the party nearly wiped to some cheaps and then fought a giant eel and took no damage. And I was just kind of like, okay, sure.
This is my life now.
What's more scary, a giant eel or some fish?
Man.
All right, and we are getting up to second wolf. Omega wolf
No, stop it.
is going to come up to Reese and is going to attack once again. See if we actually get anything that connects this time.
Does have disadvantage.
Should GM roll that? It does hit though. If we
Even
got
with disadvantage?
Oh no, you're right.
Haha.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah. We are going to be rolling some damage. I don't think it adds anything to it. It's just you. Okay. It is going to deal off 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's going to end its turn there. And is now, I'll make sure to remove this, not disadvantaged anymore. Fantastic.
So my current hit points are 12. Does it go down to 8?
It would go down to 8, correct.
Like, what
And-
is the damage, by the way? Like, where did it get me?
On the chest.
Oh.
Next up, we've got Schwei.
Did Stoic go?
No, I didn't.
Oh, did I completely miss it?
I think you did.
My
Uh-oh.
apologies. My apologies. Go ahead, Stoic.
I think at this point I'll ready my sickle because I kind of feel that it's too close range for me to safely use a spell. And try and hit it.
Fantastic.
Swing and a miss.
Swing
Oh,
and a
no,
miss.
nice.
It does not go through.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh indeed. It's fine. It's fine. All right, this brings us back up in the order to Schwab. Then Snoke should have gone. My apologies. What are you gonna do, Jim Prex?
Take a wild guess. So Jiprex is getting a little nervous now that all these wolves are getting a little bit closer. So the one so I've done psychic damage on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one got hit by a fireball and took some psychic damage.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to sing one of these to death. I look at the one in between my compatriots and said, interesting. I thought wolves hunt successfully in packs, not whatever you would call this riffraff. And I'll roll for vicious mockery.
Fantastic.
3 damage if it works.
Oh my god. It's got the same roll 3 times in a row. It does not pass.
Yes. Oh, it fails?
It does not pass. Yeah.
Oh, so it got vicious mockery. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It
good
is-
at yelling at wolves.
It is starting to look pretty down and out. It is getting. It is hurting. It doesn't know why it's hurting. It is hurting just out of nowhere. Migraine, something. Head's drooping a little low to the ground. And it's got disadvantage.
And I will turn again to Gale and say, golden scales and breath of fire, for you I will provide inspire. And you get another bardic inspiration die.
Hooray.
Fantastic.
Next on the docket.
Speaking next on the docket, that is Gale. Up and going.
I go again?
Yep. Yeah, my apologies that I skipped you last order. You're right below Shuai.
Okay. Then I'll try and slash again.
Sure. Swing and another miss. Just going wide.
Okay. Can I ready a dodge action or...
Let me double check on that. I think
For like
dodge
a
would
bonus
take.
action?
So I think ready an action takes an action.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that dodge is a full action.
And not a bonus.
Yeah, it's a dodge action. So you've just got your bonus and movement left.
What can I do as a bonus? Can I swing again?
You cannot. If you have any cantrips that take a bonus action, you could use them.
Okay. Then I will try and cast Produce Flame, despite it maybe not being a good idea.
Let me check that. Is that really a bonus?
Did you say I could, or...
Oh, give me 1 second here. Produce flame is an action, not a bonus action.
Okay. Then it didn't happen.
Fantastic. We end in there.
Yes. I believe that's all I
Alright.
can do.
So we've got. I don't know what Wolf A. Well, let's go with Wolf A. Sure. It's not going to do anything. It is limping down towards the ground. It's not going to try to move. It's just stunned for now. And we've got Wolf B back in the corner here. It's going to stay still. It's just not going to enter the fray. That brings us back over to Reese. What are you going to do?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, just got a text. What's the state of all the wolves right now?
So top left wolf still looking bad. The can't really tell if the char is falling off the fur. Wolf next to you, it's still looking pretty healthy, pretty solid. Wolf below you is looking pretty droopy.
So the one that's still pretty like, did they both get sung to like in a negative way? Like they both are experiencing effects of, or not really?
I think it's only the one
Only the
that
one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, since it only works once.
Okay, so I'm going to now attack the one that's still pretty healthy. Just because the other ones are like, I guess otherwise distracted enough for at least they're not a threat right now. I mean, hopefully, but
Sure.
does it matter what type of attack I do? Like, I don't really need to describe it. Just attack, basically, right?
Yep. If you want to describe it, go ahead for flavor. I'll try to work it in. But attacks are just attacks.
Okay. First the wolf that's still kind of healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I snarl back at it and grit my teeth at it.
Okay.
Just
arg.
Yeah, at least to let it know that I'm not intimidated. But sometimes with wild animals, that can be enough to get them to change their mind. So can I just sort of do that and see what it does first, or would that be like the only thing I can do in my turn if I do, kind of thing?
Yeah, no, you can absolutely go try to snarl at it. Can you give me an intimidation roll?
Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's pretty high. Okay, here we go.
Womp womp.
It looks you.
What is with these rolls?
It looks you
Having
dead
a
in the
bad
eyes
time.
and just snarls back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, not backing down.
It's like you're just mooing at it.
I look to Galen and Jibrax and kind of shrug my shoulders, like, worth a shot.
I tried.
Yeah, and then I just attack it again, I guess.
Sure.
The
Go
one
ahead.
that's like still healthy, whatever. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead and swing. Nice.
Much better.
Oh, there we go.
That absolutely connects. Go ahead and roll damage. You can press, or you can click on the great X at the bottom of that prompt.
Oh, there. This.
Fantastic.
Slashing damage.
Go ahead and hit it in the side. And it takes the full brunt of the blade as it starts to just slice across the fur, coming back to you. And it is looking pretty down and out. It's getting low to the ground like the other.
Okay. And I guess that's it for my turn, eh? Not much else I can do.
Sure. Let me double check.
Like, I'm guessing you can only attack once per turn?
Correct. The way that turns work. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't probably explain this.
Are there any, like, buffs or things I can do, like, that I'm unaware of?
The way that turns work, you have essentially 5 different things you can do in a turn.
Movement, attack.
You have an action, which is attack, spell, just any sort of just action.
Dance.
You have movement. You have a reaction. You will use this reaction on certain occasions. Usually it's going to be spelled out for you if it's viable for you to use. You have a free action like talking, or in this case, intimidating. Then you have a bonus action. It's similar to the action. You can still do a thing, but it's not going to take as much effort to, and it's going to be explained. Usually it's going to tell you this thing costs a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess that's it then.
Fantastic. That takes us back over to...
How's the horse doing?
Last wolf. Horse is just chill. It's just calm.
Okay.
Clip claw.
All right, good.
Well, the wolves
Flippity
aren't
clop
attacking.
on my horse.
Oh, didn't I name a horse Clip Clop in Breath of the Wild? Pretty sure I did.
I think so.
I think it was a black
That sounds
horse
about
too.
right.
Oh my gosh, the odds. That takes us back down to you. Yep, that takes us back over to Jinprax.
Okay. So they look pretty messed up, right?
They do. They're
I would
both
say
hanging low to the
they're
ground,
both hurting.
heads hung down.
Okay.
At this point, I'm wondering if we're safe to just get back on the cart and just carry on, but I don't know.
Jimprax is starting to get a little bit worried. Yeah, I think it would be fun. I probably shouldn't do this, but I think it's gonna be fun to do it. One sec, let me just see something. This. Okay, cool. I can get here. Jimprax is going to hop off the cart, and he says, well, I think these wolves have maybe overstayed their welcome a bit, and I think it's time to get the grand finale going. He jumps down, rushes over, and is going to use his breath weapon to hit these two, since it's a 30-foot line.
Cone of flame.
Fantastic.
It's yep. So
Reese raises his eyebrows and turns interestingly at Jinprax.
Yes. Jimprax doesn't have a song for this because I don't have one for him using his breath weapon, but he probably says something in Draconic that the other two cannot understand, and lets out a straight line of fire.
Well, it's just like a racial ability. You probably don't even really have to sing for it.
I imagine that he do. Do I not? Okay. So, they need to make a con saving throw to beat a 9, which is not great. No, a 9, and they need to beat an 11.
All right, it's your con and proficiency, yeah? 211?
Yes, so 11. I'll set this up as an attack later. I do not have that done yet.
No worries. Let's get the two of them. Where's the stat block? You said con. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one passes.
They make dex. I'm sorry, it's dex saving throws. I just use my con to set it up.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, even better. Both fail this one.
Okay. So, I go and what's the okay? I think this is the command? No. What's the command?
/ roll space 2d6.
There we go. So I deal them both 10 fire damage.
Spicy.
Spicy indeed. You're getting some meat tonight, boys.
I just go over there and I go and I said, I probably say, yelling at them insultingly isn't really working. How about we try this? And let out my my breath of fire. I probably say we try this in Draconic.
Love it. Love it. The flame bursts out, straight line down to both wolves. You smell the burning fur as they
stinky.
cry and howl before collapsing towards the ground.
Sorry, I don't love having to do that, but things seem to be getting a little dicey.
Well, we saved the day.
I look at Gale and Jimprax and just say, I think you're right. It was best to travel together. And I said, you guys are just full of surprises.
Jinprax bows as if like this was a performance and coughs up some smoke.
Are we still in combat, or do we have to deal with the limping wolf off in the distance?
So that is up to you. Gale, it is your turn next.
Let me just get some measurements here. All right, I'll move 1 or 2 blocks just so that I get in range. And cast produce.
For clarification, you're looking to cast produce flame.
Yes, I got to
Wait-
be
wait a
within
minute.
30 feet.
Before we do that, that line of sight there, are you casting it through that big tree that could catch fire?
Oh, good point. Well, if it's cowering in the corner, I guess there's no point. Maybe we should just continue on.
Yes, I don't think after this display of fire from both you and I that it's going to want to continue.
Okay.
Yeah. So that question I asked, I'll say that in game. Like, yeah. Yeah. Are we able to salvage does it take time to salvage the meat and stuff from and what is it, pelt or whatever? From
It
the
would
wolf?
indeed, unless you
be a
wanted to
little
carry them
burnt.
into the carriage with you.
Are we
Okay.
at risk of the meat going bad if we do that?
It is pretty charred at this point. I don't know how edible it would be.
And I doubt the skins would be useful, and we'd have to carry the corpses, and I don't think the driver would appreciate that.
Yes, I do apologize for the to be honest, quite savage way that works out.
You hear a bit of whimpering in the background as you mention the driver.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now oh wait, it's not my turn yet.
Gale, are you ending yours?
I guess I end my turn.
Okay. That does bring us back over to Wolf proper, and it is going to hightail it out of here.
Or,
It is.
Clark.
Hightail, no pun intended.
No, pun intended all the way.
Pun intended, yeah.
It is heading out. You can board the cart and head up on out to where you were intending to go.
Yay! We beat your wolf puzzle.
Puzzle, sure.
Wolf
Fantastic.
encounter.
Not the way I thought it was going to go, but here we
We were
are.
expecting us all to die.
I wasn't expecting y'all to die, but
He said, grinning in evil DM form.
okay. I
Your
don't have my.
practice hoping he can get a short rest on the cart ride.
I don't
I
have
thought,
my camera
wolves
right
would
now.
be like, like the first monsters you fight in an RPG or something, like not a big deal, but yeah, they were tougher than I thought.
Mhm.
It's them packs, man. You get one wolf, you're
Yeah.
fine. You get that two wolf, you
Multiple
might be
wolves?
okay.
It's also, we had shitty attack rolls too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thankfully, with mocking or Fish's mockery, the disadvantage kind of worked in our favor.
I
Yeah,
honestly think that first flame you did, like single-handedly, like made everything possible. Like if it weren't for that thing whimpering in the corner, like we
Yeah,
would have
we
been.
Yeah,
would
we
have
would have been
gotten.
screwed.
Yeah. And that they were in a nice line like this was pretty convenient for me to just like use my breath weapon.
Yeah,
I was
that was
like,
perfect.
and
that
I
was
did get
great.
almost max damage on it, which was nice.
yeah, that was
I
that was
also-
fantastic.
If the horse wasn't around, and if Reese wasn't standing there, I also could have like thunderclapped too and pushed them away. But like
Ah,
that would have been AoE to like my allies too.
ah,
Burn us
cool.
alive! Or no, thunderclap is force, right?
Not sure if it's force or electric, or let me actually read the spell.
I don't remember off the top of my head either.
Let's Thunder Wave.
Oh, that's probably electric. Whoop. Yeah, thunder damage.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll end here. Y'all are still making your way to where the cart was earlier. We can take a short rest in the meantime.
Yay!
There, so y'all can
Yay, short rest.
I'll
rest
get
up.
my Jinprax drink some herbal tea to restore his throat.
I guess I'm gonna have to tend to this wound.
All right, and
I don't know
think
if you
it
could heal and tend to wounds, or you just have to deal with it for the rest of the game.
You can. On your
Oh, I only get bardic
sheets.
inspirations backs on a long rest.
Long
that
rest, yeah.
sucks. Breath
Uh,
weapon is short or long rest.
All right, Kev. About the middle of your character sheet, there's going to be a box for hit dice.
And it says hit dice.
Yep. So you can go ahead and click hit dice. It's going to roll that for you. The amount rolled is what you get back. You only have X amount per level, and you get them back per a long rest. That's 8 hours or more of light
Oh, I see.
activity or sleep.
Oh, hit dice right there. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. That
You're
looks good.
healed.
Right on.
All
There we
right.
go.
Now tick that down to 0. You're out of hit
Take
dice.
what down to 0?
Where it says number 1 above hit dice.
Yeah.
You've used it, so you're now at 0.
Oh, right. So my current hit points are 8, so now what?
So now you restore 7 up to max.
Right on. What was max again?
You're at 12.
Oh, right. There it is there. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
All right,
Right
I
on.
need to skedaddle. This was so
Yep.
much fun. Thank you so much, Dale. This was awesome.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah, thank you,
Absolutely.
Dale.
I'll keep y'all updated for our next session. That should be
Whew.
roughly 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll let you guys know if anything changes in my schedule, but most likely no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.